Okay, so the reality is I just got back from a walk. I did a fast for the last 24 hours to get things going along. I've been losing weight, so I wanted to get all the impurities out. And according to Rumi, fasting is very good for clearing your mind and getting all the gunk out of your system, and that it's a very good spiritual practice. And so I did that, and I am feeling much more clear-headed. But I had some decisions I had to make, and I was really torn between taking a really cool, like brand new apartment in the downtown Mai Kei Beach area where all the expats are, brand new building, a circular glass elevator going up to the floor, and then a studio apartment, and it's 8,500,000 Vietnamese dong, which is like $350 or something. And then with the electricity and other things, it's like 4 million or 4.5. And then I was like, okay, I've got to do this. I've got to just pull this together. I'm just going to take this place. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I'll be right in the center of everything. And then I met up with some friends of mine, Vietnamese friends, and we have to do all of our talking, almost all, on the Google translation. Anyways, this friend of mine invited me to have coffee where he and his wife play pickleball in the morning. And it's this really great place, way, way, way up along the coast. It's like the last buildings before it turns into pure monkey jungle, and some very fancy hotels out there on this peninsula, and the Lady Buddha. And then while I was there, I mentioned I was looking for a place because maybe I could find a better deal than that place way down in the center of everything. And he said, my next door neighbor has a place right across the street. It has a big balcony. It's a nice room. It has a view of the water. The water is right there. It's like, this is what I've been looking for all along. So I looked at the place, and it was about half the price. But also you have to walk through kind of another person's apartment to get to the room/apartment. And there's no real kitchen. There's no cooking there, but just a refrigerator. And there's also use of a washing machine. And of course, someplace like there, you hang everything else out to dry. And so I was torn between these two options. What would you do? I was like, in the city with other cool kids, surrounded by like 24-hour stores and massage shops and like all these little restaurants and banh mi places on every street corner, or this place that's way up in the middle of nowhere where I could fast and walk and go to the beach and be on my own and walk every day and practically walk up to Lady Buddha, but no stores within like 3/4 of a mile. So it means I have to get a motorbike anyway. I've been stressing about that. And then I did this fast, and then I'm like, I can't just fast, I have to fast, I have to walk. Gotta get up and I have to walk. So I did the walk, and then midday walk. It's too early to walk because it's not cool enough. I'm absolutely soaked. I go through shirts every day. But I'm walking, but I'm losing weight, but I'm like, getting back here has been absolutely brutal. But I don't know. I just have been torn between taking the high road, the road of like, fasting and walking and being on a moped and exploring. But of course, that's an extra expense. Or being right in the center of all the expats where I'm not going to be hanging out with any Vietnamese people. There are no Vietnamese people to hang out there. It's all expats. And if they're Vietnamese, they're not living there because it's so expensive. They're living somewhere else, and they're just working there hard, one of their many jobs. So that's why coming back, I said to myself, I know, I'll just do a little short, very, very short video updating you on what I'm doing here, what's happening, what it's like to make these kinds of choices, figuring it all out. Also, getting money out of a bank, you can only take out 5 million at a time. So you need 8 million, you need 10 million, and I don't know, ATM fees. Anyways, that's it. Here from Da Nang, Team Ananda. Good night. Okay, so I changed my shirt. Well, I just wanted to follow up with one thing. The thing is when you're faced with a situation like this, there's two ways of going about it. The first thing is, Simon Sinek, what's your why? Why am I here? What am I doing here in Vietnam? Why? And, my primary reason for being here, at least this is what I told myself, well, it's true, is for my health. So health being number one, that's why I chose the place further away, closer to the greenness, next to a friggin' a jungle, forest of all green. So the air is the freshest and the best. And it's like a private beach, and it's got a balcony with a view with fresh air. And she warned me that sometimes I have to keep my doors closed because a monkey will show up and sit on the balcony edge. So that's intriguing. That's not going to happen in the expat area of town. So, and the other part is the Alan Langer. Part two is the Alan Langer way of thinking, the Harvard professor, and who's written many books on the body, mind, spirit connection, and also, the body, mind, spirit. There's no separation. The body and the mind and the gut and the heart, it's all as connected as the stars and the moon. So she's a Harvard person, people. I'm not making goo goo gaga up. So look her up, Ellen Langer. But one of the things that she talks about, she says, when you have a hard decision to make, don't stress about it. There are no right decisions. You make a decision, and after you make the decision, you make that decision right. So don't worry about making the right decision. Just make the decision you make right. And so that's what I'm going to have to do. Because today the guy, I couldn't get back to the guy who had the apartment in the downtown and say, I'm not taking it, because I couldn't stand the idea of giving up that option. But so I hesitated, and then I didn't get back to him. And he had to get back to me, and I'm holding this place for you. Are you keeping it? Do you want it? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. What a loser. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. I decided to take this other place for various reasons. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. Oh, and here's the other thing. I forgot to mention this. After I said no to the place downtown, then the place up in the country, when we talked about it, when I brought her the deposit, she was like, oh, well, it's this much money. Not 5 million, an extra 500. So I'm like, I have to write to her and say, I don't understand. I had to decide between your place and another place based on the fact that yours was about half the price. And now it's not exactly half the price. Now it's more. So plus I have to have the moped. I'm rambling. I'm sorry, people. No one's left anyways. They've left me a long time ago. Like my boyfriend.